Psalm 23, the shepherd's guidance and provision. Psalm 23, often referred to as the shepherd's psalm, is one of the most beloved and widely known passages in the Bible. It is a deeply comforting and inspiring psalm that beautifully portrays the relationship between God and His people. Written by King David, it encapsulates the themes of trust, guidance, provision, and protection that the Lord provides to His followers. Let us delve into the detailed meaning and significance of this timeless psalm. Verse 1, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." The opening verse establishes the central metaphor of the psalm, God as the shepherd and His people as the sheep. By acknowledging the Lord as their shepherd, the psalmist expresses his complete trust and dependence on God. The shepherd's role is to care for and protect the flock, ensuring their well-being. Similarly, the psalmist affirms that with God as their shepherd, they lack nothing. This verse establishes the foundation of the psalm, unwavering trust in God's provision. Verse 2, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters." In this verse, the psalmist vividly describes the shepherd's care for his sheep. The image of green pastures and quiet waters symbolizes rest, nourishment, and refreshment. The shepherd guides his sheep to places of tranquility and abundance, providing for their physical and spiritual needs. Just as a shepherd leads his flock to safe and peaceful grazing grounds, God guides His people to places of spiritual sustenance and inner peace. Verse 3, "He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake." Here, the psalmist highlights the shepherd's role in renewing and reviving his soul. God not only attends to our physical needs, but also nurtures our inner being. His guidance ensures that we walk on the right paths, aligned with His will and purpose for our lives. This verse reveals the intimate relationship between the shepherd and his sheep, emphasizing that God's leading is motivated by His love and desire to glorify His name. Verse 4, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for You are with me, Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me." In this verse, the psalmist acknowledges the presence of challenges and difficulties in life. The metaphorical darkest valley represents times of adversity, trials, or even the shadow of death. However, the psalmist declares his unwavering trust in God's constant presence and protection. The rod and staff serve as the shepherd's tools for guidance, discipline, and defense against predators. By acknowledging God's comforting presence, the psalmist finds solace and strength to face any circumstance without fear. Verse 5, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." This verse beautifully portrays the shepherd's abundant provision and blessings even in the midst of adversity. In ancient times, hosting a feast and anointing a guest's head with oil were symbols of honor, favor, and celebration. Despite the presence of enemies or difficulties, God lavishly blesses and protects His people, ensuring their well-being. The overflowing cup signifies the abundance and generosity of God's blessings, which surpass any obstacle or opposition. Verse 6, "Surely Your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." The psalm concludes with a profound declaration of the psalmist's trust and hope in God's eternal faithfulness. The goodness and unfailing love of the shepherd will